guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here with a few of the Makeup Revolution products, new products, one of them being this foundation. This just came out, and this is Revolution Makeup Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. And I also have their jelly highlighter that I haven't even opened. I want to do kind of like first impressions and see if this is actually just like the Versali one. I also got two of their new concealers. I mean, the white one I think is new. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the shade 10.5 was the shade that they came out afterwards. So when I did the video, I will put in the card or put it in the description box or whatever. I did do a video where I used their Conceal and Define concealers to do my full face, and around that time I used to wish that they come out with a foundation with basically the same thing in just a foundation bottle. I don't know if these foundations are the same formula and the same thing just like their Conceal and Define concealers. The shade 10.5, I actually used it to clean up around my brows. You can't even really tell it apart from my skin, and that's how I like my concealers. If I'm not really going for a crazy dramatic look, I like my concealers to really match my foundation or my skin. So we'll see if this shade works out for me for my under eye area. And then the white one I used for my base for my eyeshadow today. I am filming this eye look. It's not done yet, of course, but I will be uploading this eye makeup tutorial on my Instagram. I hope it's uploaded by the time I do this video, but if it's not uploaded, it is coming soon. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram so you can see this concealer in action. And I feel like the formula is so much like their Concealer Define concealers. When I compare this to the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, this one is a lot more lighter weight. It kind of dries real fast, so I feel like my brush was kind of dragging on my eyes. That's all that I felt after my first use of it, but I will have to try it and use it even more to really make a final decision about it. But so far so good. So let's start with the foundations. As you can see that we will be testing this foundation real good today because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, some of the pimples, and like everything going on my face today. So I have two shades right here. This one is 10.5 and I in case grabbed 12.5 as well, but I feel like 12.5 might be a little too dark for me, so I'm not gonna be using that one because the 10.5 concealer matches me perfectly. So I'm just crossing my finger and hoping that this would work out. Now the bottle looks very much like the little concealer, and also guys, they also came out with a bigger size of this concealer. I just didn't want to grab it until I was sure that 10.5 was my shade. Okay, so the bottle is a glass bottle, whereas the concealer is a plastic. It's a frosted glass bottle. I honestly don't really go on the website and read what the foundation is about to do or what it's supposed to do. I just know that this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation because that's what they're marketing as on all over Instagram. That's what we're gonna be testing today, if this is a full coverage foundation, if this is a good foundation for oily skin, problematic skin like my skin. So we will be testing that out today. The shade name is right in front of the bottle right there. It's not under the bottle or on top of the bottle. When I open this up, there is a jumbo doe foot applicator. I always use a primer. I don't really like the concept behind not using primer just to test the foundation. I don't do that because I know that when I'm actually wearing the foundation, I'm definitely going to be wearing a primer unless I forget it. Okay, and this is the primer that I'm applying. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is just a pore filling primer, and this is for oily skin. All right guys, so let's apply the foundation now. This looks like a good shade match, but I honestly can't be sure until I blend it. Okay, with the beauty blender, I don't think that it's blending that fast. Like, I am putting a little extra effort. So this is one layer with the beauty blender. And I feel like it's kind of not hygienic to have that doe foot applicator because I just am realizing that I applied it on my acne and I put it back inside the bottle. And it's kind of nasty. I recommend taking it out on the back of your hand or something, and don't touch the doe foot applicator on your skin. Okay, with two layers, it's definitely full coverage, and it's not very emollient. Like, it is feeling like their concealer that it's setting fast. And now I'm just gonna take it out on the back of my hand. Now let's go on the other side of my face. Guys, I'm not really using a brush to apply this foundation because I usually never use brushes to do my foundation. I like barely do. Maybe it's just when I'm trying to be cute for my Instagram videos. Otherwise, I really don't. It's kind of annoying to just keep going back and forth with the doe foot applicator because it's not really taking out enough product for me. Okay, coverage wise and feel wise, I do think that it is kind of comparable to my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. The bottle kind of looks like the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, but I wouldn't really know because I've never tried that foundation. And guys, I feel like one shade darker would be better, but one shade darker than this was in a different weird undertone that wouldn't really match me. And then F12.5 just looks a little too dark for me. So that's why I would wait for them to really come out with other shades, because I did hear that they're gonna come out with more shades. So I mean, if I like it, the coverage is insane, full coverage. And I did apply a little bit too much of the product, but I feel like looking at the problems that I have on my skin, I am okay with that, because even with my Estee Lauder Double Wear, I have to really build it up for it to be real full coverage. And I see that it is giving that blurring effect to my skin as well. And I did not apply 2 layers on my forehead because my forehead didn't really need it. Now let's try the concealer 10.5. Oh my god, the concealer is just looking a little too peach and dark on me. So I am still gonna mix the shade C8 along with the shade C10.5. Maybe because this foundation is a little too yellow, that's why that concealer shade 10.5 is not really going as an under eye. But I know with my darker foundation, it would look fine. Okay, so the foundation has been on and I haven't set it, but it's feeling like it's setting itself on my skin. Like I'm feeling a little bit of the tightening on my skin. Now I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder to set my under eye before I start creasing. And now I'm just doing what I usually do for my foundation routine. I'm still using the Fit Me from Maybelline. Even though I didn't feel like I should set my foundation, but I always have to set my foundation because then I start getting smile lines and creasing all over my face. So that's why I always set my foundation. Now I'm going in with my Sephora Micro Smooth. Okay, so while I'm applying this, like I could feel that the foundation was feeling a little sticky. But when I set it with this, now it's not feeling sticky. Now it's feeling very smooth. And I highly recommend Sephora Micro Smooth. I'm in shade 35. And now I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia's bronzer in Saddle. Okay, and then for my blush, I'm going to be using Cardi Blush Balm in Coral Kaboom. Okay, so the products are going really nice on the foundation. This is something that I always look for. This is the amount of powder that I always apply on all of my foundations. But right now, I feel like I can literally see that some of my skin is looking like it's about to crack because the foundation is feeling very dry. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks like. It is looking a little weird over here, like it's cracking or something already. Like it's looking very dry. And don't mind the little hair here. There's no hair over here, but it looks like that there is because it's just giving me a little bit of texture. I only have hair like on the sides, but like over here, whatever you see is like the foundation is kind of cracking and it's looking like it's too damn dry on my forehead. I love how it's blurring the whole skin. Of course, the little bumps that you see, those are my bumps that are already in my skin, and those can't really go away. You can't really hide those. I'm really liking it so far, how it's looking on the cheeks and nose and around my mouth, but on my forehead it's just looking a little too dry. I have to set my makeup all the time with a setting spray, and I'm almost out of it. And while it's drying, we'll talk about the little jelly highlighter. It's a very cute gold marble kind of a top that it has. And this is the bottom. The shade is called Prestigious. Okay, and there is that little seal. As you can see that it does look like that Versali jelly highlighter. I honestly don't know what that highlighter is called from Versali, but this is how it's looking. Okay, so this is the little swatch of it. I have tried the Versali one at Sephora. That one just even looks a little bit more smooth. You see how that little chunk just like stayed there, but like I had to blend it. This is like a nice rose goldish color if you're not able to tell on camera. And when I'm rubbing it on my hand, it kind of feels like it's kind of like oil Vaseline kind of a base. Whereas when you touch the Versali one, that just looks like a water-based, and it even feels like a water-based product when even you touch it. I'm trying to blend it on the back of my hand, and then feel like it's not a good shade for dark skinned people. I prefer a goldish copperish color, and this one's just not it. I mean, with all cream products, you just have to be really careful, otherwise. I actually like the little glow that it gave me, and since it's a cream product, we will hope that it stays put for a long time. Now I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna do the rest of my eyes and my lipstick and stuff, and then I'll come back and show you how my foundation is looking, and then I'll come back at the end of the day just like my other foundation reviews, and then I'll tell you if I ended up liking the foundation or not. But so far I like it. And after using the MAC Fix Plus, I think my forehead is not looking that dry, but I do still see a little bit of texture that wasn't even there. But it's not feeling dry anymore after the MAC Fix Plus. I feel like it's looking a lot better and it's feeling a lot hydrated. So alright guys, so this is how the makeup looks now. So my eyes and my lip tutorial will be up on my Instagram. And guys, the foundation is looking really good even without all this lighting. It's looking really nice, and I am actually in love with the highlighter. It has that wet look to it. It actually went really good on top of my foundation because I was scared that it was going to take off my foundation or something because it was feeling a little too oily, but it didn't, and it has dried out totally. Like, I do not feel anything when I touch it. But the white concealer, I just wanted to show you a swatch of it just to give you an idea. Okay, so this is how the white concealer looks like, and I will swatch it like right here. And it is a really nice coverage of concealer. As you can see, it's pretty opaque and it's very lightweight, and that's what I like about this one a lot better than my NYX jumbo pencil in milk, because that one just feels a little too heavy. But then if I go blend it, it kind of shears out, but it still does not go away or anything. I also forgot to mention in the beginning that this foundation retails for $12 on Ulta, and that's where I bought it from. So right now it is 5:30 p.m. I actually started doing my makeup around 4 o'clock, and I'll leave it on for the rest of the day, maybe like around 11 or 12 at night. I will come back and tell you guys what I think about it, but so far it's looking amazing. So I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm back, and right now it is 10:46. So it's been about 5 to 6 hours since I've had this foundation on, and I feel like I already have a final word. I first want to show you how it looks up close. As you can see how amazing it looks on my cheek, like it's still looking very much fresh. But I feel like the foundation kind of started coming off of this little bump over here. All the foundation from like my skin, like right here, it's all gone, and then it's even flaking a little bit, if you can see. I mean, on my forehead, it's still looking how it was looking, but over here, I kind of maybe rubbed off my hijab or something, so it's kind of gone from this little area. But it's looking really nice around this area, like the main forehead. It's looking pretty nice on there. And it's not even looking that dry as it was looking when I actually applied it. Like, even here, the foundation is breaking apart, like right here, too. I feel like if I rub it or if I touch it, it's going to start coming off in flakes. But this foundation is amazing for oily skin as long as the oil controlling goes, because by now my skin should have been looking like an oil factory. but it's not looking bad at all. I see a little bit of oil like on, like, of course this is the highlight, but on the sides, like I see very tiny bit of oil because the foundation is very, very dry. That's why I don't really mind that little bit of the glow that my natural oils are giving me. Even this area, like the foundation is just breaking apart and kind of just disappearing. And even over here, let me just like try to flake it off a little bit. Oh my god, yes. Like the foundation literally comes off. Do you see so much foundation is coming off? This is my other finger that is clean, and then this is the finger that has foundation on it. This foundation might not be the best long lasting foundation because this has never happened to any other of my foundations. I actually want to kind of pat my nose because I feel like there's some oils there. This is how much foundation just came off just by touching my face. Now I want to touch even more. Okay, this is a lot of foundation, and I tested it with the back camera of my iPhone with the flash on. This foundation does not really have any flashback. I even turned off the light in my bathroom and then I took a picture, but I wasn't wearing a hijab in those pictures. That's why I'm not putting them up. All right, guys, so I thought about it so much, and my final word would be that since it's $12, you can give it a try. It might work out for you because it's looking really good all over my face except this area, like from starting from my nose till here is the only area where it's looking really bad. I want to be honest, I don't think that I would recommend this foundation because even if you're paying $12, nobody wants foundation that's going to be flaking on their face. I do use Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that costs even less, $6, and I feel like I would rather use that one compared to the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define one. I am so sad because I really wanted this foundation to work out for me, because when I applied it, I was like, oh my god, maybe I don't ever have to buy my Estee Lauder Double Wear. But now I am just in shambles. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope that this video was helpful in some way. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and guys, I would also love it if you can like my page on Facebook. Everything is at hijabadore, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.